Connect. Hey folks, good morning. I wanted to talk to you about toxins in pregnancy, which of course is not a really happy topic when you are already pregnant. However, there's a lot of things that you've got to figure out when you are pregnant. And the first thing, by the way, the first thing to becoming a mother is realizing that there's always going to be all kinds of things to be guilty about. So if you've already concluded that you probably have a bunch of toxins in your body, this is not the time to panic and start doing all kinds of heavy detoxes. When you are pregnant, you do not want to do a heavy detox because all of the stuff that you're going to detox will go right into your baby. So slow detox is what you want to think about. And by that, all I mean is you've just got to go to simple whole foods. Stop doing processed foods. Don't be taking potions that are going to be pulling toxins out of your body. Just slow down to basic, basic good stuff. So, but here are the things that you want to be aware of. So many people, when you're pregnant, you want to nest. And this is the time often where people start remodeling their home, getting a new mattress, getting all kinds of new stuff. I promise you, new stuff is not where you want to go. New stuff is loaded with toxins. And we've got babies being born now with an average of 200 toxins in the cord blood. They did a study, and that was the conclusion. So if you think our babies are being born pristine and clear, they are not. And the level of cancer in our children is going right up along with these toxins. So the idea is to start backing off of toxins wherever you can in your life. So if you're going to remodel your home, really be careful and really scrutinize. This may not be the time to remodel at all. Rugs are highly toxic. I remember hearing a story about a guy who'd been in the rug industry for like 50 years, and he said, Sarah, 50 years ago, you go to a rug warehouse and it was just full of rats and insects, and it was a major pain in the butt because the rats would go and eat up the jute backing of the jute being a natural fiber of the rugs. He said, if you go into a warehouse now with rugs, there's no living creature in there. All insects die. There's no rats, there's no mice, there's no nothing. That should tell you something. So rugs are highly toxic. This is not the time to put a new rug in at all. And anytime you do, frankly, I'd leave the house for a week and let it begin to air out. And I can talk to you later about ways to speed that up and ways to get the stuff out of the air. All kinds of things: rugs, flooring, paints, shower curtains, which are plastic. All of these have volatile organic compounds. Namely petroleum byproducts, things like that, that are very carcinogenic. And you just we don't need them. Really pay attention. New mattresses, especially memory foam, loaded with toxins. If you get a new mattress, let it outgas, for weeks and weeks before you put it in your room and before you sleep on it for 8 hours. Cleaning products, go onto your cupboards, really take a look at, so what am I cleaning with all day long? What am I doing my dishes in? There's carcinogenic stuff in dish products. So all that, and your laundry soap, all that good stuff, makeup. And by the way, this is not just bad news radio station. I'm going to end with some good news on how to flip and cope with all this stuff. So it's not that hard once you start doing it, and it makes a difference. You're never going to get rid of all the toxins in our environment, and the best two things you can do is diminish your exposure and then work on getting a really good gut intestine that is going to get rid of toxins with ease. And those two methods are going to give you a lower load of toxins and obviously enable you to be healthier for the rest of your life. So check out your makeup, check out your deodorant, and what's going on in your yard. Are pesticides being sprayed all the time? Is your dog running around in those pesticides? Are you petting your dog after he's been rolling around in the pesticides? And there are more and more people out there that do natural pesticide. There's a guy here in Tampa. Most every metropolitan area, you're going to find people that are working on more natural solutions. And then there's something that a lot of people don't think about, and that's electrosmog. These are the electromagnetic waves that are going through our everything with our Wi-Fi's constantly on. And, you know, here's a great book, by the way. This is called Brighten Baby. And it's a huge, thick book, but he's got some great comments on the fact that people get tired or otherwise drained when they're sitting in front of their computer all day long. That's a lot of electromagnetic energy. Your cell phone, if you're holding that up to your head all the time, that's a lot of electromagnetic energy. We've got at least one instance. You know how women tuck their phones down in their bras? Okay, we've got one case of a woman that got a tumor in the exact dimension of her phone. Do not put your phones on your body. They are a very strong electromagnetic current. And by the way, babies have a much thinner skull. So if you're letting your baby handle your phone, do not do that. These new smartphones emit a ton of electromagnetic energy. Here, people expose, and when it's time to go to bed, no electronics in your bedroom. Get them the heck out of there. We turn our Wi-Fi off at night. All right, I've got it on one of those power surge boxes, and I just throw the switch at night that controls the Wi-Fi. So I turn off Wi-Fi. I leave my phone outside the bedroom. None of that stuff should be near you, and pretty much nothing should be plugged in your bedroom. But here's some of the symptoms of people who are feeling stress. If you've got huge, heavy wires outside of your house, you could be exposed to a lot of electromagnetic energy. So pay attention. But here's some of the symptoms: fatigue, tremors, numbness, tingling, headaches, dizziness. It affects our neurological system because our neurological system is our electrical circuits. Get it? So irritability, difficulty concentrating, shortness of breath, asthma, heart palpitations, enlarged thyroid. So you want to pay attention to all that good stuff. So that's the bad news. Now here's the good news. There are toxic fume busting plants. Who knew? So in Brighton Baby and many other places, you can go to your local florist and say, okay, what are some of the plants that inhale toxic fumes and then exhale good stuff? So here are a few names: the weeping fig, the rubber plant, the peace lily, moss plants, English ivy, dwarf date palm, Boston fern, bamboo palm, areca palm, schefflera, and gerbera daisy. So there you go. So get some good plants in your house, because pretty much no matter what, you're probably going to have some VOCs floating around. It's just, you know, you bring home anything, you got something happening. So get some cool plants, all right? Here's a great book to get. It's the author is Deborah Lynn Dadd, D-A-D-D, and I'll post this later for you guys. It's called Non-Toxic, Natural, and Earthwise. But here is one of your best resources, and if there is anybody that you want to support and send 10, 15, 20 bucks a month to, it is ewg.org, and I will also post that. But that stands for Environmental Working Group, and they have studied all the stuff that you're using, all your soaps, all your deodorants, all your detergents, and you can look them up. You can look them up by brand and say, oh, well, what am I using right now, and how toxic is it? So they sort of give you a green light, yellow light, red light. YouTube actually has a quick blurb. Just type in how to eco-renovate your home. Eco-renovate your home. So that's a good idea, good way to just be conscious of renovating your home in the right way. Essential oils. I'll do some talks on essential oils. Essential oils are phenomenal, and they absolutely eat up VOCs. They're amazing. I use a Young Living brand. I like it for its purity, and the oil that I use is called Purification, which is phenomenal for getting VOCs out of the air. It just eats them up. It eats up mold in the air. The essential oils are just phenomenal. So I'll do that another time. But I will, you get that new suitcase that just stinks of plastic, and you just drop some purification oil on a cotton ball or a washcloth, throw it in the suitcase, close the suitcase up, and leave it for a day, and you open it back up, and it smells fresh and wonderful. So things like that. I've always had a good air purifier, and I always have a good water purifier. So these are all things that are sort of necessary equipment in our highly toxic current state of affairs in the world. So, so I'm going to end with that, and we're going to carry on next time with well, I forgot what we're doing, but that's all right. We'll post it. But it's going to be our third in series on prenatal issues and what we're trying to do. So I'll post that for you. It's Friday morning. I mean, really. So you guys have a great weekend, and message me if you have any questions. I want to really start gathering a community of people who really want to become mad moms, and women who really want to make a difference. And remember, your power every day is what you put in your grocery cart. So vote every day with what you're doing. All right, see you guys.